Okay, so you got four more gears to go
I would
to
say
reach your full potential. Okay.
yeah.
What is a 10 your potential right now? What does that look like? What's different?
I don't know. I
But if
don't
you
know.
did know, what would it be? Like, you know, you're a 6. Like, what would a 10 be right in this moment right now? Is it the way you're about to answer this question? Is it the way that your voice sounds? Is it that, like, what is it?
What would a 10 look like?
Right now. A 10 right now.
A 10 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a 10 right now for me
In this
would
moment.
be in this moment. So if I was at level 10, how would I answer this question? That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Like I haven't even thought about, because all right, let me ask you this. Because I think sometimes we don't know to what extent our potential could reach. Like, for example, I know I can get better. Like, I know that with 100% out of my mind.
We're
That,
talking
hey, I
about
can get better.
your life, though. We're talking about life.
Yeah, I can be better in life, as a better person. The way I relate to people.
So you can't be a 10 right now. We're not gonna get a 10 right now.
No.
No. Okay.
No. Yeah, because I still have layers that I have to unpeel. Like, there's stuff that still has to be kind of scraped off. You know, like when you.
But right now in this moment, you can't. You don't think you can reach a 10 in any given moment?
Nah.
Wow.
No. Yeah. No. Like,
even if you were silent, and even if you went like this, even if we couldn't see it, you can't be at a 10 in this moment. I believe I could be at a 10. I've never thought about this before. But yeah, that's
good. Okay.
That's weird. That's a good point.
All right, so let me ask you this thing. I know we got to start, winding down a bit. So, as far as potential, let me ask this first. What is your definition of success? Let's start there.
My definition of success is living on purpose.
Okay.
That's, in short, that's my definition of success. Living on purpose.
Okay. All right. So on a scale from 1 to 10.
0 to 10.
0
some
to
people
10.
Don't have dreams.
That's true. Where do you think you fall in line to your purpose?
Living on
purpose. Do you know what your purpose is? Yeah. All right. Do you know what your purpose is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So where on a scale do you think you are as far as maximizing your potential as far as purpose is concerned?
I'm a low to a mid 9.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. I like that. Okay. That's cool. All right. So you're almost at that point to where you say, okay, I feel that I'm now where I'm in my space of where my potential is, not necessarily potential matters, but I'm on track to
my what I say, a low 9 to a mid 9. The difference between that number and a 10, once I sat down and thought about it, if I ever did, it would probably be, it would rely on my environment.
Okay.
It would definitely. Because my thing is my work, I'm inspired by other people who are living on purpose. Like to see people like that gives me a rush, it gives me a thrill to see someone going after something. So in every environment, it changes, right? I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, for example, let's say when you're what is your number? When your number goes to, let's say, a 7, that's going to make me like a 9.5, 9.6.
Yeah.
When you go to an 8, it might take me, I might have those moments of a glow on the show.
Yeah.
But you can, like, when I feel very, like, you give me a task, I'm going to go after it. Like, I may go, like, look, you could put a piece of gold in a desert and say, yo, go look for this gold. I'm going to look for it. My desert is going to look all wrecked and it's going to look all crazy because I'm going to dig up everywhere. People will be watching and be like, yo, no, dig over there. And I'm going to be like, yo, shut the fuck up. And I'm just going to keep digging and I'm going to keep digging. And one day going to go by, they're going to be like, yo, this dumbass motherfucker. Like, we told him it's right over there. We told him. Yeah. And I'm going to just, next day, I'm going to be digging, I'm going to be digging, I'm going to be digging, I'm going to be digging. And eventually, 2 things is going to happen. One, those people are eventually not going to be there. They're going to get tired because I'm such a knucklehead. I ain't find it in the time that they wanted me to. And the second thing that's going to happen is I'm going to eventually find it. Or I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Give me a task and I'm on it. I love tasks.
Yeah.
And I love focusing on tasks. Love it. I love focusing on tasks. I love telling people no.
Yeah.
I love telling people they can't. Like, that's not important.
Yeah.
Like, I love telling people, like, what the hell are you doing? Like, what are you working on? People don't like me because I ask them simple, like, yo, what are you working on right now? People get an attitude. Yeah. Like, what do you mean, what am I working on? I like when people tell me, like, yo, I'm working on this. And then I hit them up 3 months later, like, yo, how's that going? And they're like, oh, it's doing really well. Or they're like, oh, no, I decided to do something different. And then I get to engage in that. People on purpose is powerful, man. It's inspiring.
It is. I agree. Yeah, I agree 100%, man. Okay, cool. So, all right. So I got you gave me some context of, where you're coming from as far as success and, your definition of it and, where you are along that spectrum.
Do you like seeing people living on purpose?
Of course. Yeah, I definitely like,
but most people don't,
watching
right?
People, unfortunately. Yeah.
So that's a tough situation. Sometimes we're not living on purpose.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, like people, and I've been guilty of it, so I'm not throwing shade.
All of us.
When somebody says, "Oh, I want to achieve X, Y, and Z this year," or I want to start a business, but then I see them watching Netflix more than they're studying how to start a business, or they're playing games on their phone on how to structure or write a business plan, then I have to, and it's not coming from a place of judgment, because like I said, I've been there, still do that shit myself from time to time. But because we care about people so much, like, damn, I want to help you, but you're not, like, it's not real for you. You rather watch Netflix than study a book on how to start a business.
But right? Isn't that inspiring? Let's go ahead.
It's inspiring because it lets me know that I need to step my game up. Yeah. And what I mean by that is that
because they
if I'm stepping my game up,
when we're down,
exactly.
Whether you're up or down, we all need each other. That person who's down needs to see you going. That person that's going needs to sometimes, unfortunately, see you down.
Yeah. And it's like when they see us like step the game up, 2 things are going to happen. And we have no control over the outcome. 2 things are going to happen. One, they're going to say, oh, shit, let me put down Netflix. Let me pick up this book because Chuck is moving. And I may not move in the same direction, but goddamn it, he's moving somewhere and I want to see where he's going. So let me put this Netflix shit down. Let me pick up a book. Let me get this business popping. Or, Chuck, you're making this shit real uncomfortable for me, right? You out here, you giving talks, you doing podcasts, with Billionaire Brown. You guys are traveling heavy everywhere, but I'm sitting here watching that like, you know what, Chuck, I can't fuck with you no more because you just getting too big. And then they'll try to make you feel guilty. Why are you always working? Why are you always doing X, Y, and Z? Like, because we're building, right? We're building.
There's a short story about, I went to, the place that I go to play ping pong, right?
Yeah.
So there's a short story where there was this kid, he was like a real weirdo, like really weird. Like he came up to, like I said, so just in short, he's very weird, right? First time I've ever seen him, but somehow we got into a conversation with him about, he created this app where it was an app that you can turn off the light in your house or at a store from your phone. And it was like really dope. Like he created the technology. Weird Bill Gates looking dude back in the 70s and 60s. Like a real weirdo. But when he started talking about, like, he was passionate about it. Like I don't think I played ping pong that whole night. Is because like he was, just to hear his creative mind and like what his vision is and what his plans are. It's like, yo, and this dude is showing it to us right on his phone. Like, yo, I'm creating this software and look, this is what it does. And it turns lights off from your phone.
Yeah.
But it's the passion that it's so amazing what it does for me. Because after meeting with him, it's like, yo, I'm far behind. I need to get on my shit. The good thing is if I'm already on my shit, I just need to take it up another level. But if I'm not on my shit, like you was just talking about, it's a sign like, yo, be inspired by people who are doing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Success is so
simple. It is, man. It really is, man. And there's, and I try not to compare my situation with somebody else's because they're different. And I try not to put an age thing. Sometimes we get like attached. Well, by 35, I want to have X, Y, and Z, or by 40, I need to have this. I think that limits people, right? They're saying, because then at that point they feel like
it's proven.
Well, no,
50 is the age of the most productive years of your life. 50 years old. You can look in Napoleon Hill and find that.
Yeah. And so for me, it's more so of seeing, like you said, hearing these young people's vision. Like, damn, this guy has a vision, what he wants to try to create, right? And he's happy because he's working on his vision, right? Like, if I wasn't doing this podcast and shit, I'd probably be depressed because I'm still punching the time, right? But because on the weekends I get to do the podcast, I'm in my zen. Like Saturdays, I'm zoned out. And my girlfriend knows Saturdays, look, I'm not available until at least after 5 o'clock. After 5 is when I'm available, and she knows that. So she does her thing, she goes out and whatnot. But from Saturday morning until 5 o'clock, my mind is podcast, right? And so, for me, it's damn, I'm working within my vision,
and it's exciting.
It definitely is. It definitely is, especially if you're doing it with somebody, right? Whether it's 1, 3, or 4 people. Once we're done recording this, I got to start my next show at 3 o'clock, right? That's my brothers I've known for my entire life. We do a podcast episode. So it's one of those things, man. It's contagious. They say success is contagious.
So working with so many people, what is it like? Like, do you ever encounter? How do you feel have you ever experienced a time where the person you're working with or the person you're partnered with is not living on purpose, let's say?
Yeah. Yeah. To answer your question, yes.
So how does that work for you? Because for me, it affects me because that has a lot to do with my success. My success has a lot to do with living on purpose. So how do you feel about that, dealing with that with people that you work with?